हरिः ओम् नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य 93तमः पाठः। अस्मिन् वर्गे वर्तमानाधिकारे शत्रुशानच् प्रत्ययोः अध्ययनं प्रारभामहे। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य वर्गस्य मुख्यानि पञ्चप्रयोजनानि। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथा योग्यं कृत्प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत्प्रत्ययपरे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः, तथा च अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। पूर्वस्मिन् वर्गे अस्माभिः चतुर्थं करपत्रं तत्र अधीतं भूतकालनिर्देशकाः इत्यस्य विषये सम्पूर्णरूपेण सूत्राणि दृष्टानि। अद्य अग्रे सरामः पञ्चमं करपत्रं वर्तमानकालनिर्देशकाः। तत्र कश्चन विषयः ज्ञातव्यः, पूर्वस्मिन् वर्गे अपि मया उक्तः। तत्र चतुर्थस्य करपत्रस्य अन्ते उपैवाननाश्वाननूचानश्च इत्यतः अग्रे विद्यमानाः केचन विषयाः, कानिचन सूत्राणि लकाराणां विधानं कुर्वन्ति। तत्र लकारप्रत्ययाः सन्ति। लुङ्, अनद्यतने लङ्, तत्र लिट् लकारः अस्ति, तत्र लृट् लकारः अस्ति कुत्रचित्, तत्र लट् लकारः अस्ति लट्स्मे इत्यत्र सर्वत्र भिन्नाः लकारप्रत्ययाः प्रोक्ताः सन्ति। एतेषां सर्वेषाम् अध्ययनं, यद्यपि एते सर्वे लकाराः भूताधिकारे पाठिताः सन्ति, तथापि एतेषाम् अध्ययनं लकाराणाम् अध्ययनसमये लकारार्थप्रकरणे नो चेत् तिङन्तप्रकरणे क्रियते, न हि कृदन्तप्रकरणे। अतः एतेषां सूत्राणाम् इदानीं चिन्तनं मास्तु। एतान् विहाय अग्रे गच्छामः। अग्रे 32122 इत्यस्मात् अग्रे 32123 वर्तमाने लट् इत्यस्मात् वर्तमानाधिकारः प्रारभते। सो भूताधिकार ends and immediately वर्तमानाधिकार starts. तत्र प्रथमं सूत्रं, तत्र प्रत्ययः अपि पाठितः अस्ति लट्, तथा च कालवाचकः शब्दः अधिकारः अपि तत्र प्रारभते वर्तमाने लट्। अयं वर्तमानाधिकारः तृतीयाध्यायस्य द्वितीयपादस्य 123, वेरी इजी टू रिमेम्बर, 32123 इत्यस्मात् सूत्रात् आरभ्य तृतीयाध्यायस्य द्वितीयपादस्य अन्तपर्यन्तं, तथा च तस्मादुपरि तृतीयाध्यायस्य तृतीयपादस्य प्रथमपादस्य प्रथमं सूत्रं यावत् गच्छति. So this starts at 32123, goes all the way till end of 32, and there is one more sutra 331 unadayo bahulam, which starts chapter number or pada number 3. Even unadayo bahulam 331 is also in the vartamanadhikara. Traditionally it is taught in the uttara krudantas, so you can see it's actually not even in the sheets because it's talking about the unadi pratyayas, but traditionally it's taught in the uttara krudantas, not in the purva krudantas, and therefore we will also follow that pattern. We will study it in the uttara krudantas probably in the first class when we jump onto uttara krudantas. So we will continue till end of 32188 and one sutra from the vartamanadhikara, which is only for theoretical reasons. It is in vartamanadhikara. It technically talks about the unadis, so it's a completely different discussion. So अत्र अस्मिन् वर्तमानाधिकारे अत्र कः विशेषः ज्ञातव्यः? भिन्नाः प्रत्ययाः अत्र पाठिताः सन्ति. शत्रु, शानच्, the most common pratyayas that we will study in some of the upcoming classes. Then there is a chanash pratyaya, looks very similar to shanach. Then there is a quip pratyaya, du, shtran, itra, ta. क्त प्रत्ययः वर्तमाने अस्माभिः पूर्वमेव अधीतः अस्ति. एतेषां सर्वेषाम् अध्ययनम् अस्मिन् वर्तमानाधिकारे भविष्यति. तत्र कश्चन विशेषः अयम्. If you look over here in the middle, there is a 32133 and then there is a direct jump from 32133 to 32179. This entire middle segment has been extracted out into sheet number 6. So you start with 32134, go all the way back to all the way till end to 32178, jump back to Vartamanadhikara and start with 32179. अतः अत्र वर्तमानाधिकारः इत्यस्य व्याप्तिः कियती अस्ति? It spans the entire sheet number 5 and it spans the entire sheet number 6. Both of these sheets are under the Vartamanadhikara. The middle section of sheet number 5, it has been extracted into sheet number 6 because it comes under a very peculiar adhikara called Tachilikaha. Akves Tachila Tadharma Tatsadhukarishu ityasmin adhikare etani sarvani sutrani pathitani santi. There is a separate discussion or there are separate rules that we need to learn about Tachilikas. I've mentioned this earlier in the course also. There is no Vasarupa Vidhi in Tachilikas. Tachilikas are not the direct kartas, but there is an additional qualifier on that. It's a Tachilam or Tadharma or Tat Sadhukari. All these additional qualifications have to be added, and therefore it makes a complete sense to separate that particular internal segment out into a separate sheet. अतः अस्माकम् अध्ययने किं कुर्मः? तत्र प्रथमं पञ्चमं करपत्रं स्वीकृत्य तस्य सम्पूर्णरूपेण अध्ययनं भविष्यति. We will study all these sutras till 32133. Then we will take a jump, go to 32179, cover all the way till Matibuddhi Pujarthebhyascha, finish this sheet, then jump to 6th sheet and talk about Tachilikas. That way it will help us to understand the important rules that for Tachilikas. Otherwise, what will happen is we will learn those rules and again we will come back to Vartamana Kala, and that will be complete change of context. अतः करपत्राणां क्रमेणैव गच्छामः. प्रथमं पञ्चमं करपत्रं, तदनन्तरं षष्ठं करपत्रं. So for this, just a quick overview for this entire Vartamana Kala Nirdeshaka, this entire karapatram sheet number 5, we need a total of 6 classes. So 2 today, 2 this week, 2 next week, and 2 classes after that. Within 3 weeks, we should be able to cover this entire sheet and then go to Tachilikaha. So with this introduction, let's now jump to the first sutram, Vartamane letter. Idam sutram Krudanta Prakarane Nasti. You can see this numbering 32151. Krudanta Prakarane Nasti. Idam sutram Tinganta Prakarane Pathyate, obviously, but we will still take a quick look at this particular sutram, Vartamane letter. So this is the Vartamanadhikara that you can see. As you can see, it starts from Vartamane letter, goes all the way till the first sutra of 3.3, Unadayo Bahulam. Tatra Adimam sutram Vartamane letter. Kim nama Vartamanaha? Arabdhaha Aparisamaptaha Vartamanaha. Bhutasyeva iyamiva etadrishi eva vyakhya asmabhi drishta Arabdhaha Parisamaptaha cha Bhutaha. The one that has begun and the one that has ended is Bhuta. The one that has begun but it has not ended is Vartamana. And obviously, Anarabdhaha Atascha Aparisamaptaha. The one that has not begun and therefore not ended is the Bhavishyat. So, Arabdhaha Aparisamaptaha Vartamana. Tasmin Vartamane Arthe Vartamanat. So, Vartamane Arthe Vartamanat. A dhatu which exists in the meaning of Vartamana. Tasmad dhatoho lat pratyaha bhavati pachati pathati iti udaharanam. Lat ityatra takarasya itsamnya, lakarottarasya akarasya itsamnya. Both of these become itsamnyaka. La does not become itsamnyaka, it remains as it is. Tatra pratyekam varnasya itsamnya kimartham asti, tasya prayojanam asti. So lataha takaraha tita atmane padanam tere iti visheshanarthaha. So all the tit lakaras have a certain functionality, all the nit lakars have a certain functionality. So the t has been used as an itsamnyaka over there. When it comes to akara, some people say it is itsamnyaka and they give a chandra bindu over lata. So they will say lata with a chandra bindu, litta with a chandra bindu. Some other people will say that it is just for charanartha. It doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as we know the prayojanam, we can just say it is there for that particular prayojanam. So akaraha tatra vido lato va etadrisheshu sutreshu lata iti vishishtaha nirdesha ishrate. So you would like to have a specific nirdesha called lata to distinguish it from other tit lakaras like litta, lutta and so on. You need an explicit separate swara over there. So they used the akara over there. Akaraha vido lato va iti visheshanartha. So as such, all lakaras are sequentially arranged. You have lut, lit, lut, rt. So e, u, ru, all these or a and o. So later and loter. And similarly on the other side, you have e, u and r for the nit lakaras. So that sequencing has been done. Each of these individual swaras, you will have a particular prayojana. So for latta, it is vido lato va iti visheshanarthaha. Ikare hi uchcharite. If instead of letter you use a different swara, lidadinam grahanam syat. Kaumudin pathamah. Vartamana kriya vrittehe dhatoho latas syat. Again, this point is very important. It is not the dhatu which is vartamana. It is the dhatvartha. It is the kriya. It is the action that is being implied by the dhatu which is going in vartamana. We have seen this particular point while we were discussing bhuta also. Atau, itau. So Kaumudi makes the clear that and t both are itsamnyaka, as I mentioned earlier. Some people just say is uchcharanartha, e is uchcharanartha, and so on. Balamanorama dhatoho iti sutram a tritiyadhyaya samaptehe adhikrutam. So dhatoho iti asti eva dhatvadhikare atra vartamanadhikarah asti vartamane iti tatra anveti. Why is this important? Vartamane goes in context with the dhatoho. So dhatoho arthaha sa kriya yada vartamana kale bhavati tada atra tasyaha nirdeshartham lat iti pratyayah bhavati. So vartamane arthe vidyamana dhatoho lat iti labhyate iti atra ashayah. Kim nama vartamana bhuta bhavishyatoho pratidvandvi vartamanaha kalaha iti bhashyam. The one that is not a bhuta and not a bhavishyata is vartamana. Dhatvartha visheshanam, as I mentioned, it is a visheshana of the meaning of the dhatu. Dhatvartha visheshanam eva vartamanatvam lat tu tasya Dyotakaha eva. This is very, very important actually, this point. The Vartamana part is not being indicated by letter. The Vartamana part is embedded in the Dhatoho Arthaha. Letter is just a Dyotaka of that particular action. So, letter to tasya Dyotakaha eva. Now, there is a question over here. Why is Lakara not itsamnyaka in the letter? So that is correct. So lashakva tadhite iti sutrena lakarasya prayah itsamnya bhavitum arhati parantu tasyaha prayojanam nasti. Prayojanam vina kutrapi itsamnya na bhavati. Atra lakarasya itsamnyayaha na kinchana prayojanam. And if la becomes itsamnyaka, it will go away, everything will go away, nothing will remain. However, what we want is la, because lasya ityasmin adhikare tibadayaha api pathitaha santi. So the first step that happens is you get a dhatu, you attach a proper lakara pratyaya, lat, lit, lut, rut, and so on. In the next step, you go to the lasya adhikara 3477 and then start looking into this adhikara. The first transformation that you do is tibadayaha, tiptasji, and so on. So lat will get converted to one of those tibadis. There is a lasya, so la is present over there. That is the reason, or that is the reference of all the lakaras, or all the la present in the lakaras. And therefore la is not itsamnyaka. Agre gacchamaha. Now today's class we are going to discuss about Shatru and Shanacha. These are the most common, or one of the most common and well-known, well-studied pratyayas in the basic courses. All of us study them, and therefore a lot of material, probably 90% of the material today will be known to most of you. It's just a quick revision, bringing it on the surface. Except for this one next slide. This slide is the most crucial slide in the entire class, entire presentation today. Please pay attention. It will tell you some thinking methodology of Acharya Panini, where he constructed this Lata Shatrushana Chava Prathama Samanadhikarani. So we'll start. The first sutram that we are going to study in today's class is Lata Shatrushana Chava Prathama Samanadhikarani. We are not even going to study this sutram today. I mean, not with reference to the commentaries. We will only discuss the two most important pratyayas in Sanskrit grammar, Shatru and Shanach. In tomorrow's class, we will actually be taking a look at the sutras and the commentaries. So we start with the Vartamana, the Lat Lakara, in order to represent, indicate the Vartamana Kala. And you have a dhatu, for example, you say Patha and you add a Lat in front of it. So you are at that initial stage and you say Patha plus Lata. And at this particular point in time, you want to convert Lata into something else, because Lata cannot be used as it is. It has to be converted into something else. And then when you want to convert this Lata into something else, obviously all of us know that there is a sutram called Tiptasji, Sipthastha, and so on. there this lat pratyaya will get converted to one of those 18 tibadis. So only one of those. Lat ityasya sthane tiptasjhi iti sutrena tibadayah अष्टादश आदेशाः आहत्य सन्ति तेषु कश्चन एकः प्रत्ययः आदेशरूपेण आगच्छति. Now comes something very interesting. How do we choose which of these 18 will come? So obviously, so 9 of them are for Parasmai Pada, 9 of them are for Atmane Pada. So we can definitely trim down to 9 of them. Or if it's an Ubhayapadi Dhatu, then we still have the entire set of 18. How do we decide which of those 18 pratyas come over there? If you think about it, the exact pratyaya that comes at the place of letter depends on who is the word in the prathama vibhakti in your sentence. Think about it. If you say Ramaha, which is a word in the prathama vibhakti, and if you have a patha dhatu, then you have no other choice but you have to say pathati. So you have to bring a ti over here. If you say Ramaha or if you say Chhatraha, you have to use pathanti. If you say aham, you have to use pathami. If you say tvam, you have to use pathasi. So the exact pratyaya that comes over here depends on the word in the prathama vibhakti. This is also true in the karmani prayoga. So for example, if you say pustakam or granthaha, you must say pathyate. If you say granthaha, you must say pathyante. So whether it is a kartari prayoga or whether it is a karmani prayoga, you must look at the entity in the prathama vibhakti and then decide the appropriate of those 18 pratyayas. The official way or the grammatical way of saying this particular observation is that atra lat lakaraha prathamanta shabdena sah anveti, or we say there is a prathama samanadhikaranam. You look at the word in the prathama vibhakti and that word must dictate the exact choice of your pratyaya. If you say chhatraha, it has to be pathati. Other words do not matter. Chhatraha gruhe pathati, chhatraha mandire pathati, chhatraha na pathati, chhatraha mitrena sah pathati, chhatraha parikshartham pathati. You really do not care the vachana of vibhakti or any other words. It's purely the prathama vibhakti which dictates the choice of one of those 18s, and that is why we say in case of tiptasjhi kriya prathamanta shabdena sah anveti. There is a prathama samanadhikaranam. Samanadhikaranam means resonating with each other. The same meaning or same context has been imparted even to the other word. Tatra kriya prathama samanadhikaranena anveti, prathamanta shabdena sah anveti. The reason why we write like this, or the reason why I've explained it like this, is because there is also another possibility where the kriya can do its anvaya for words that are not in prathama. Dvitiya samanadhikaranam, tritiya samanadhikaranam, chaturthi samanadhikaranam. So the word, the dhatu, the lat lakar itself, I'm not talking about anything else, the lat lakar itself can actually show a resonance, can actually show an anvaya with words in dvitiya, tritiya, chaturthi and so on, and that is done using the shatru and shanach pratyayas. So what is to be understood over here? If the verb resonates with the prathama, whether it's karmani prayoga, kartari prayoga, does not matter. Somebody is asking a question, what about a karmani prayoga? Doesn't really matter. Even if you say karmani prayoga, maya granthaha pathyate, what word is in prathama? It is grantha. So you have to say pathyate. Maya granthaha pathyante. The word in the prathama vibhakti, you don't care whether it is karta, whether it is karma, whether it is anything else. Whatever is in the prathama vibhakti, the verb has to resonate with that. That is what happens when you do one of the 18 adeshas of Tibadis. On the other hand, when you want to have that kriya resonate with a non-prathamanta word in the sentence, the way to do that is convert the lat lakara not to the Tibadis but to Shatru and Shanach. Let's understand these examples. All of us know what Shatru and Shanach pratyayas are, hopefully. So some examples will hopefully be able to, easy to understand. So pathantam chhatram pashyami. So atra chhatram iti dvitiya vibhaktau asti. Aham iti prathmayam. Aham chhatram pashyami. Who is in the dvitiya? It is chhatram. Now when I want to have a lat lakara same dhatu, patha dhatu, with a lat lakara, but I want to resonate it with a verb, with a word in the dvitiya vibhakti, I will use a shatru pratyay over here. Pathantam chhatram pashyami. If I want to resonate patha plus lata, you always start with patha plus lata. When I want to resonate that patha plus lata with a word in the tritiya vibhakti, I will use shatru and shanach. So only prathama is a tiptasji. Anything other than prathama is a shatru and shanach. So pathadbhihi chhatraihi sah gacchami. So here the word is in the tritiya vibhakti. Aham gacchami, saha gacchati, tvam gacchasi. You can change the other component, but pathadbhihi chhatraihi will not change. As soon as you change the word in the tritiya, chhatrena, immediately instead of pathatbihi you will say pathata chatrena. So the word over here patha plus lata, that particular configuration over here, it changes based on a word in the tritiya vibhakti. Pathate chatraya dadami. The word, the patha plus lata, that particular configuration, lata is getting converted to shatru, that particular configuration is resonating with a chaturthi vibhakti. So this is chaturthi samanadhikaranam, panchami samanadhikaranam, shashti samanadhikaranam, saptami samanadhikaranam. So the bottom line over here is that you start with patha plus lata. You decide whether you want to do a samanadhikaranyam with prathama or whether you want to do a samanadhikaranya with other vibhakti. If you want to do a samanadhikaranyam with prathama, you have no choice but to convert lata to one of the 18 tiptasjis. Lata never remains as it is. It always goes to one of those 18 tiptasjis. On the other hand, if you want to convert it to dvitiya or other samanadhikaranyam, then you go to shatru and shanach. Please understand this. This is not optional. If it is prathama, it has to be going to tiptasji. If it is dvitiya onwards, it has to go to shatru and shanach. Etau nityam bhavata nahi vikalpena यत्र यत्र प्रथमा भिन्नं समानाधिकरणमस्ति तत्र तत्र सर्वत्र लट् लकारस्य शत्रु शानच् आदेशः अवश्यं भवति. That is the reason why Panini says latah shatru shanachau aprathama samanadhikarane. I have 10 more questions over here which says that we have seen shatru pratyay being used in prathama. Please hold your questions. I know what I'm teaching. Let's go to the next slide within 10 minutes. For now, just understand what sometimes you have to unlearn things that you have already learned. Just unlearn or forget whatever you have learned so far and pay close attention to what I'm teaching. Panini clearly says, look at the sutra, lataha shatrushanachau aprathama samanadhikarane. He is explicit over here. Yatra yatra prathama samanadhikaranam asti tatra tatra tibadayaha यत्र यत्र द्वितीया तृतीया चतुर्थी पंचमी षष्ठी सप्तमी इत्येतेषां समानाधिकरणमस्ति तत्र तत्र शत्रु तथा शानच् इत्नो प्रत्ययो भवतः. Therefore, and understand, I have so many questions popping up over here, so let me be very very explicit. Ramah ajam nayati ityasya sthane Ramah ajam nayan asti, Ramah ajam nayamanah asti. These are not correct prayogas according to the Sutrakara. Sutrakarasya matena ethe sarve prayogaः संपूर्ण रूपेण अनुचिताः सन्ति. लटः शत्रुशानचाव प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे इत्यनेन लट् लकारस्य स्थाने विधीयमानौ शत्रुशानच् प्रत्ययौ अप्रथमा समानाधिकरणे एव भवतः प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे एतयोः प्रयोगः नानुमन्यते. Therefore, These kind of prayogas, according to Panini, according to the way he wrote the grammar, are not acceptable. Bhashyakara makes a subtle comment, indirect or very, delicate comment over here. He says, etadrishaha prathama samanadhikarane api kechana prayogaha drishyante. So what he says is that if you find prayogas in the prathama samanadhikaranam, you treat them correctly. What it in bottom line over here is that the Shatru and Shanach pratyaya should be technically used for prayogas in Dvitiya to Saptami, but if you see them used in the Prathama Samanadhikaranam, or if you want to use them in Prathama Samanadhikaranam, they can be somehow justified. I'm going to talk about this particular component by showing what Bhashya talks in details in tomorrow's class. For now, let's understand this much. Bhashyakarasya matena etadrishaha prayogaha sadhavaha, but that sadhavaha is with a pinch of salt. He basically says that तत्र एतादृशाः प्रयोगाः दृश्यन्ते अतः एतादृशानां प्रयोगानां साधुत्वम् अस्माभिः वक्तव्यम्. Is very delicately he says that. Obviously, when Bhashyakara says something is correct and Sutrakara says something is not correct, we definitely do Uttarottaram Yathottaram Muninam Pramanyam. Ataha Uttarottaram Muninam Pramanyam iti vachanat ete prayogaha sadhavaha eva mantavyaha. However, when it comes to actually using these in our own sentences, according to the Sutrakara, we should only be using Shatru and Shanach for Dvitiya to Saptami onwards. Bhashyakara says that if you find these prayogas, you can consider these prayogas sadhu. So for example, somebody is quoting an example from Ramayanam, so you can definitely consider these prayogas sadhu. Unfortunately, that particular statement in Bhashya has been extended beyond its capacity limit today, and today we say all these prayogas are sadhu. Again, I don't want to comment on that, but if you see prayogas like Ramaha Gachan Asti, Ramaha Pathan Asti, their sadhutva can be somehow justified by taking this particular approach given in the Bhashya. So it is very important to understand Gachantam Ramam Pashyami is definitely valid. Ramaha Gachan Asti, it's on a gray area and it can be somehow justified by looking into the commentaries in details. So we should technically try to avoid Ramaha Gachan Asti kind of prayogas. But if you are used to, or if you are if you prefer these kind of prayogas, there is a way in the Bhashya to show that these prayogas are valid. That's all that I want to emphasize at this particular point in time. We're going to come to the precise Vyakhyana. How do they try to show these particular prayogas valid? They bring a Vibhasha word from somewhere else. They show it as a Vyavasthita Vibhasha. The exact technicalities we will study in tomorrow's class. For now, just understand that these kind of prayogas are not acceptable by Sutrakara. They can be justified, or Bhashyakara somehow accepts that, and therefore by Yathottara Muninam Pramanyam etesham sadhutvam vaktum shakyate. What is more important is that there is a habit, or there is there is a common opinion that in Sanskrit the Shatru Pratyaya can be used to express a concept called present continuous. Like Ramaha Gacchati means Ram goes, and Ramaha Gachan Asti means Ram is going. Now that is absolutely wrong. There is no difference in Sanskrit when it comes to Lat Lakara. In English, you have present simple, present and present continuous and present perfect and blah blah blah. There is absolutely no such difference in Sanskrit language. Ramaha Gachan Asti is exactly same as Ramaha Gacchati, assuming that because of the Uttarottara Muninam Pramanyam, suppose we say Ramaha Gachan Asti. So Ramaha Gachan Asti is exactly same as Ramaha Gacchati without even a minute difference in the meaning. Ramaha Gachan Asti does not mean Ram is going versus Ramaha Gacchati does not mean Ram goes. Both of them means Ram goes. There is no way you can express present continuous in Sanskrit language. The language just does not have that feature, that capability. You just have to say Ram goes, and it can be written as, preferably it should be written as Ramaha Gacchati, because Shatru Pratyaya is a Prathama Samanadhikarani. But because Bhashyakara has added an asterisk, addendum, extra permission, so then you can say Ramaha Gachan Asti. So let's look at this last bullet. Samskrute anya bhasha sadrushaha vartamana kalasya bhinnaha bhedaha na vidyante. So many of your teachers over here, if you have taught this to your students, it's time to go back and tell them that there is no difference between Ramaha gachan asti and Ramaha gacchati. So vartamana kalasya bhinnaha bhedaha na vidyante. Vartamana kshane jayamana kriya, a momentary action. Putraha jayate. The son is taking birth. It's probably a few minutes. So putraha jayate. Punaravartini kriya, a kriya which happens again and again. So sun rises. This is a statement which means sun rose yesterday, sun is rising today, tomorrow, next year, next century, the sun will continue to rise. So that's a punaravartini kriya. Suryaha udeti. Dirghakalvachini kriya. Parvataha tishtati. The mountain stays for years, decades, centuries, millennia. Parvataha tishtati. Sarvesham nirdeshaha lat pratyayenu, and therefore shatrushanach pratyabhyam bhavitum arhati. So putraha jayamanaha asti. At the Bhashaka, using the Yathottaram Muninam Pramanyam, we can say jayamanaha asti. Suryaha udayam asti. Parvataha tishthan asti. All these prayogas have exactly identical meaning as corresponding let prayogas or tip tasjhi prayogas. So putraha jayate would mean putraha jayamana asti. Surya udeti means surya udayam asti. Parvataha tishtati means parvataha tishthan asti. It is they are exactly identical. Now somebody is saying, can we say that let itself indicates present continuous? So first of all, as soon as you say present continuous, then there is probably a possibility of having present something called present discontinuous, which I don't know. I mean, we can consider Adi Karmani as present discontinuous. I know there it might be subject to debate, but when it comes to like corresponding tenses in English language, a simple present is a simple present. So there is no qualifier present. Just a simple present is what let would represent. So it's just a simple present tense without any additional qualifiers. So there are no further qualifiers. It's just a present tense that is being indicated by letter. You start with patha plus letter, and then you further distinguish into prathama samanadhikaranam asti chet tibadayaha, dvitiya to saptami samanadhikaranam asti chet shatrushanach, and then according to Bhashyakara, prathama samanadhikaranam asti chet putrachit. So that's the reason I'm again and again emphasizing this is that Bhashyakara, you will see this in the commentaries tomorrow. Bhashyakara does not give a direct way, and he doesn't directly overwrite Panini Maharshi and say, no, prathama asti chedapi ete prayogaha sarvatra sadhavaha. There is no such strong statement seen anywhere. He basically is very delicately saying that these prayogas, if you find them, they can be somehow proved to be correct. So then make a vyavasthita vibhasha, or say use some other techniques and then try to justify these prayogas. So when Bhashyakara wants to take a clear stand, he will take a clear stand. We have seen this any number of times. So for example, he will say this sutra is useless, or he will say there will be a yoga vibhaga, and so on. Surprisingly, we don't see Bhashyakara taking a strong stand at this particular sutram. He does not reject that. So he does not say these prayogas are wrong, is not what he's saying. He somehow accepts these prayogas, but he doesn't seem to be very determined. He doesn't seem to be very, strong on this point that these prayogas are to be accepted. It doesn't allow you to, probably create these prayogas. But again, all this is theory of grammar. If you see the usage of language today, people keep on doing these prayogas. So probably we can, say, or we can, follow this particular Uttarottara Muninam Pramanyam and say that somehow Bhashyakara has allowed the usage of these prayogas. So with this background, let's actually start with Shatru Pratyaya. Now this was basically, the last slide was basically slide of lot of conflict, a lot of, unlearning a few things, or a lot of contradiction in the brain. But other than that, I mean, most of the today's class, I think you will already be familiar with Shatru and Shanach Pratyayas. Let's start with Shatru Pratyaya. Vartamana Kala Nirdeshartham Lat Lakarasya Adesha Rupena. So you always start with letter. You never say Patha plus Shatru directly. It has to be Patha plus Latta, and Latta becoming Shatru. Vartamana Kalasya Nirdeshartham Lat Lakarasya Adesha Rupena Aprathama Samanadhikarane Prathama Samanadhikarane Chapi. So going ahead in this course, I will be talking about Aprathama Samanadhikarana and Prathama Samanadhikarana together, explicitly a difference has been made because one is according to Panini and other is according to the extension permitted by the Bhashyakara. So let lakarasya adeh rupena aprathama samanadhikarane prathama samanadhikarane cha api कर्त्रर्थे शत्रु प्रत्ययः विधीयते. So कर्त्रर्थे, why कर्त्रर्थे? Because कर्तरी कृत, at the end of the day we have to remember this is a krut pratyaya. All krut pratyayas are used to indicate karta. So understand this, and this point is very crucial over here. Whether it is prathama samanadhikaranam or whether it is other samanadhikaranam, it is always karta. So karta, I mean karta will be in the prathama vibhakti when it has to resonate with the main verb. Otherwise karta can be in any other vibhakti. Understand this point. Let's go back and understand this. So when you say pathantam chhatram pashyami, aham pathantam chhatram pashyami, pashyami is a verb, the karta for that is aham. But shatru pratyanta word has nothing to do with pashyami. Even if you, instead of pashyami, if you say avayami, or any other word, even if you say nayami or anything else, if you put in this particular place, so pathantam chhatram can continue to exist over there. So pathantam has a resonation or has a resonance with the word chhatra, and chhatra is the one who is studying. So as far as patha dhatu is there, chhatra is the karta of that action. We don't hear about drusha dhatu. As far as the patha dhatu is there, the karta is chhatra, and therefore this is definitely a kartari prayoga. The shatru pratyay is indicating the karta. That karta in a bigger sentence is going into dvitiya. Therefore, we can use a shatru pratyaya and convert that particular word also into dvitiya. So atra shatru pratyayah kartrarthe eva vidhiyate. Shatru pratyaye shakarah rukarau itsamyakau prakriyayam tayoho lopah bhavati at iti avashishyate. So pachati iti, pacha plus letter. You always start with letter. Today there is a question in the homework. Why does the shatru prakriya need to start with letter itself? Think about it. So why not have shatru and shanaj as a separate pratyayas in the vartamanadhikara? Why do you want to start them with shatru? Why do you want to start them with letter? So pacha plus letter, letter becomes shatru, pacha plus shatru, shatru becomes atta, sh and ru go away, pachata iti atra avashishyate. शत्रु प्रत्यय शकारः सार्वधातुक संज्ञा विधानार्थः अतः तत्र गणविकरणं कृतं दृश्यते. सो सेम एग्जांपल पच प्लस लट प्लच प्लस शत्रु पच प्लस अत यू गेट अ कर्तरी शप इत्यनेन शप. सो पच प्लस शप प्लस अत पच्यत इति प्रक्रियां पश्यामः. अनन्तरं पच्यत इति रूपं भवति. अतो गुणे इज देयर इज नथिंग, मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल एनीवे नो इट. शत्रु प्रत्यय ऋकारः ऋ इति अस्ति उगित विधानार्थः. So there are multiple prayojanas of having an itsamyaka rukara. Two of the most important I have written over here. There is also yet another in the Aluguttara-pade. So suvanta prakriyayam ugidacham savanama sthane adhatoho iti numagamaha. So that's ugidacham. So pachan pachantau pachantaha. Pathan pathantau pathantaha. So that numagama comes over there because of ugit property, and that ugit ukka means u and ru. So that rukara has been added. शत्रु प्रत्ययान्त शब्देभ्यः स्त्रीत्वे विवक्षिते उगितश्च इति नी प्रत्यय भवति. So tatra when you have a स्त्री प्रत्यय to be added over there, again ugit property comes to the rescue. उगितश्च इति नीप प्रत्यय भवति. पचन्ति इति तत्र रूपं भवति. नीप प्रत्यय कृते तत्र रूपं भवति पचन्ति. So there are few more purposes, but these are the primary two ones. Ugit means u and ru. So he could have chosen u as well as he could have chosen ru. But if he chooses u, then there is an additional upada dirgha that comes in. N number of times I have discussed this particular point in the course. It was also there in one of the previous exams. So shatu ityuchamane shatru iti rukarantar nirdesha atva saddasya chadhatoho iti upada dirgha nivrityartha. So upada dirgha should not happen. This upada dirgha happens for atu pratyanta word. So if you look at tavatu, that is also ugit. But the prathama ekvachanam is pathitavan, gatavan, likhitavan. Whereas here it is pathat, gachat, likhat or likhan, gachan, pathan. So you don't get an akara over there. That is the difference between having an u and having a ru. So shatu iti uchamane, shatru iti rukharamta nirdeshaha, atva satyasya chadhatoho iti upadhadirgha nivrityarthaha. Anena prathama ekvachane upadhadirgha na bhavati. Compare this with ktavatu, pathitavan versus pathan, ज्ञातवान versus janan, श्रुतवान versus शृण्वन्, स्पृष्टवान versus स्पृशन्. So अत्र आकारः न भवति. This is the general introduction to Shatru Pratyaya. Shatru Pratyayasya kutra kutra kebhya dhatubhya vidhanam bhavati इत्यस्मिन् विषये किञ्चित् पठामः. लफ् परस्मै पदम् इत्यनेन लकार प्रत्ययानां स्थाने जायमानाः आदेशाः परस्मै पदसंज्ञकाः भवन्ति. So this I have already given you the answer now. Why is Shatru Pratyaya not given as a separate Pratyaya? For example, Kta and Ktavatu are given as separate Pratyayas in Nishtha. In the Bhutadhikara. Similarly, why not give Shatru and Shanach as separate Pratyayas in the Bhutadhikara? Because we want the परस्मै पद संज्ञा to these pratyayas. लकारस्य स्थाने ये प्रत्ययाः विधीयते तेषामेव परस्मै पदं संज्ञा भवति लफ् परस्मै पदम्. So we would like to have parasmai pada samnya to the shatru pratyaya. We would like to have atmane pada samnya to the shanach pratyaya. That is possible only when shatru and shanach come as an adesha to the lakaras. Therefore, lakarasya sthane eva etesham etayoh vidhanam kritamasti. So laf parasmai padam ityanena lakarasya sthane vidhiyamanaha adeshaha sarve parasmai pada samnyakaha bhavanti. पूर्वस्मिन् वर्गे अपि मया पाठितं तत्र प्रत्ययानां परस्मै पद संज्ञा भवति न हि धातूनां. So pratyayas are called parasmai pada or atmanepada. Sutra is right in front of you. There are 18 lakara deshas, tip, tasjni and so on, plus 2 more shatru and shanach, plus 2 more kwasu and kanach. 22 of them totally get parasmai padam. And then tangana vatmane padam ityanena तत्तेषु ये एकादश विद्यन्ते तेषां सर्वेषाम् आत्मने पद संज्ञा भवति आकडारादेका संज्ञा इति तत्र परस्मै पद संज्ञा निषिध्यते. All this has been taught while discussing kanach and kwasu. So तत्र लफ् परस्मै पदम् इत्यनेन लकार प्रत्ययानां स्थाने जायमानाः आदेशाः परस्मै पद संज्ञकाः and therefore shatru pratyay परस्मै पद संज्ञक. Now once you get this term called parasmai pada, there is an entire section in 1.3 anudattangitatmane padam bhavakarmanoho kartari karma vyatihare and so on. In that particular section, Panini lists a set of dhatus for which atmane pada pratyayas will be attached. These dhatus are then called atmane padi dhatus. So atmane padi dhatus get atmane pada pratyaya is a reverse way. We shouldn't be talking like that. We should say these dhatus get atmane pada pratyayas, so they are called atmane pada dhatus. These dhatus get parasmai pada pratyayas, so they are called parasmai padi dhatus. But general norm is to reverse it and say just purely for convenience. Ete sarve parasmai padinah dhatavah etebhyah parasmai padasya pratyayah bhavanti. These two sentences are typically in the language used interchangeably. Technically, it is correct to say ete sarve dhatavah parasmai padasamnyakan pratyayan svikurvanti atah etesham paraspai padinah iti samnya bhavati. This is a correct way of saying. So yebhya dhatubhyah, look at this, yebhya dhatubhyah anudattangitatmane padam asmin prakarane vinyamanaihi sutraihi atmane padaka samnyaha padasamnyaka pratyayah na pathyante tebhyah dhatubhyah sheshat kartari parasmai padam ityanena kartrarthe, this is very important, kartrarthe parasmai padasamnyaka pratyayah bhavanti. These dhatus will now be called parasmai padi dhatus. So patha is not there in the initial list. So then you have patha, you can get the parasmai pada samnyaka pratyaya. Shatru becomes pathat. Pra plus visha plus shatru becomes pravishat. Ni plus shatru becomes nayat. So a few examples have been given over here. Now one of the other important point that we need to understand in this case is that kartrarthe pratyaya does not necessarily mean that the sentence will be in the kartari. Why? Because the sentence can have a different verb which is in the karmani. So for example, pachata ramena granthaha drishyate. Ram, who is cooking, he sees the book. Pachata ramena granthaha drishyate. The vakya looks like karmani. Clearly, I mean, Rama is the karta, it has gone into tritiya. Grantha is the karma, it has gone into prathama. Drishyate, it behaves according to the karma. प्रथमा समानाधिकरणम् अस्ति अतः तिबादयः तत्र प्रयुक्ताः सन्ति. So pachataramena granthaha drishyate is a typical karmani sentence, but here pacha dhatu, the karta of this is Rama, so this is still a kartrartha prayoga. So pachataramena granthaha drishyate ityatra vakyam yadyapi karmani karake asti tathapi pachakriyayaha karta tu Ramah and therefore this is kartrarthe pratyaya vidhanam. In general, this is true everywhere. I mean, for example, patha plus anvula, kartrarthe pratyaya, that gives you pathaka. It doesn't mean that the final sentence will be kartari. So you can always say pathakena gamyate. The reader is going. पाठकेन गम्यते इत्यत्रापि णुल् प्रत्यय तु कर्तृर्थे एव भवति, परन्तु तत्र अन्तिमं वाक्यं कर्मणि प्रयोगे अस्ति, तत्तु भिन्नः, सः भिन्नः विषयः. So that's what I wanted to highlight over here. Kartari vakya prayoga has nothing to do with kartrarthe pratyay. Probably this should have been pointed long ago, but this is more evident when it comes to, you know, the shatru pratyas, because shatru and shanash pratyas are explicitly told in aprathama samanadhikaranam. All other pratyas we just say pathakaha, pathako, pathakaha, that's it, and we can go ahead. Specifically when it comes to shatru pratyas, the really valid examples are pathantam, pachantam, pathata, pachata. Dvitiya onwards are the more correct examples owing to the constraint of aprathama samanadhikarane. So atra kartari vakya prayogaha nasti chedapi tatra kartrarthe eva pratyay vidhanam bhavati. Finally, shatru pratyasya prayoge karma padasya kartru karmanoho kruti ithnena shashti vibhakti vidhiyate. So this is the normal thing that whenever you have a krudanta, if the krudanta is the kartrartha, the karma pada will get into shashti. We have seen this n number of times again. Kartru karmanoho kruti ithnena shashti vibhakti bhavati, but that gets blocked by nalokavya nishtha khalartatrunam. Again, this sutra was explained exactly in the previous class. There is a l present over here. L is a shortcut of lakara deshaha. So all the lakara deshas, specifically not the tibadis, because they don't have to do anything with the karma, but the kwanach, kwasu, shatru, shanach, these adeshas are, and then there is ki and kin, we will see them later on, but these are the adeshas that explicitly are indicated when you see la over here. So atra nalokavya nishtha khalarthatunam ityanena shashti vibhakti nishidhyate ataha karmani dvitiya ityanena dvitiya vibhakti eva bhavati. So look at this slightly complex sentence. Gitam pathantam devadattam mata pashyati. First level of verb is pashyati. Tasya karta asti mata. So mata is the karta for this verb. Who is the karma for pashyati? Devadatta is the karma for pashyati. Now, if you concentrate on the initial fragment, there is another verb over there. There is patha. For this patha verb, the karta is Devadatta and karma is Gita. So patha verb has its own separate karta and separate karma. Devadatta Gitam pathati. This is a separate sentence. And then that has been converted into Dvitiya Samanadhikaranam, converted into Dvitiya, and then embedded in the bigger sentence. So if you want to break down this statement, it will be Devadattaha Gitam pathati tam mata pashyati. So Devadatta is acting as a karta in one sentence and karma in another, and it's being glued together. So Gitam, which is actually karma of pathantam, that goes into Dvitiya, that does not go into Shashti because of the nalokavya nishtha khalarthatunam. If you don't get it exactly, change it into other pratyas like anagul pratyay. Say pathakaha, the one who studies. Now the remaining statement will be exactly like this. Pathakam devadattam mata pashyati. Devadatta, who is reading, mother sees him. But now if you want to insert the word Gita, it will be Gitayaha pathakam devadattam mata pashyati. So nvul pratyaya is not in this list. Therefore nvul pratyasya vishaye yat karma padam tasya tu shashti vibhakti eva bhavati. Devadattaha Gitayaha pathakaha tam mata pashyati. Combine the two together. Gitayaha pathakam devadattam mata pashyati. So there is a shashti over there. But when you replace the same thing with shatru pratyaya or any other lakara desha, you get a shashti which is being blocked by nalokavya nishtha khalarthatunam. So you get a dvitiya. You don't say Gitayaha pathantam devadattam. You say Gitam pathantam devadattam mata pashyati. So karma padam retains its dvitiya vibhakti. Agre gacchamaha. So shatru pratyasya udaharanani. This is the table that you want to work out for at least 5 or 6 different sentences, and the whole thing will be clear to you. We'll start with prathama samanadhikaranam. As I mentioned, we are going to say Yathottaram Muninam Pramanyam. So we will start with Prathama Samanadhikaranam. Devadattaha Pachati, Devadattaha Pachan Asti. Not recommended, but still correct. Devadattaha Pachati Vadati Cha. Now here, because there are two verbs, you can convert one of them and retain the other. Devadattaha Pachan Vadati. This is a rather more acceptable kind of usage, because when you say Devadatta while he is cooking, he also speaks, which is a similar meaning that has been expressed on the by the sentence on the left. So Devadattaha Pachati Vadati Cha, Devadattaha Pachan Vadati. So understand the difference over there. Devadatta Pachan Asti. This is actually a redundancy. As soon as you say Pachan, there is already Asti inherited, assumed over there. Adhyartham Asti. So saying Devadattaha Pachan Asti is somewhat an artificial way of saying Devadattaha Pachati. Why is it artificial? Because Devadattaha Pachan Asti exactly means Devadattaha Pachati. What people do these days is they attach a different meaning to Devadattaha Pachan Asti. Devadattaha Pachan Asti means Devadatta is cooking, and Devadattaha Pachati means Devadatta cooks. If you add this kind of incorrect meaning, suddenly Devadattaha Pachan Asti becomes a meaningful sentence. But if you get that particular thought out of your brain, and once you understand this underlying principle that Devadattaha Pachati is exactly identical to Devadatta Pachan Asti, not a slightest difference, then you will see why one would create a complex sentence like Devadattaha Pachan Asti if you really can do away with a simple sentence like Devadattaha Pachati. Ataha atra prathama samanadhikaranam tadrisham prayoge na drishyate kutrachit drishyate. So for example, chanda puranartha, if you want to create a poem and a certain chanda has to be followed, then it may be correct to create, may be appropriate to use these particular forms, but then they are not seen as, or that they do not show. Let me put it this way. Saying Devadattaha Pachan Asti does not show the real power of Shatru and Shanach. The real power of Shatru and Shanach is seen when you see other Samanadhikaranams. If you want to extend it using Bhashakara's opinion and go to Prathama, that's okay, but that does not show that does not leverage the full power of Shatru and Shanach. So Devadattaha Pachati Vadati Cha Ityatra Devadattaha Pachan Vadati iti vaktum shakyate. Now the remaining points, you have two different fragments, they are being combined together. So somebody is asking another question over here. Devadattaha Pachati Vadati Cha ityasya sthane Pachakaha Devadattaha Vadati. Absolutely right. Pachakaha Devadattaha Vadati iti api vaktum shakyate. Is there a subtle difference? Not at this level. So maybe there is a small difference because Pachati indicates a lat lakara and a vartamana, whereas Anavul Pratyaya is not necessarily restricted to the Vartamana. So maybe there is a slight difference, but I don't want to go in those finer details at this place. But so if you just say instead of Devadattaha Pachan Vadati, if you say Pachakaha Devadattaha Vadati, that should be perfectly acceptable at this particular point. So there is another question. Pathantam iti nama padam tasya kartru karmayoho anvayaha katham bhavishyati. So pathantam iti nama padam purvasmin tatra will take pachantam over here. So I'll explain it in context of pachantam. So look at this. Devadattaha pachati mapatam pashati iti vakya dvayam asti tayoho melanena kim bhavati pachantam devadattam mata pashati. So here, understand, this is the real power. This is where the power of Shatru and Shanach is getting harnessed. You have two sentences over here. There is a separate sentence called Devadattaha Pachati, and there is a separate sentence called Mata Devadattam or Mata Tam Pashati. When you want to combine the two statements, and the first observation is that this tam word which is present over here, it actually resonates the entire Devadattaha Pachati. So Devadatta, who is cooking, Tam Mata Pashati. So Tam is the connection between the two sentences. Mata Pashati is a separate sentence. Devadattaha Pachati is a separate sentence. The link between the two sentences is Tam. Mata Tam Pashati. Now this Tam is in Dvitiya, and therefore Devadattaha Pachati as a whole must be converted into Dvitiya. And as soon as you want to convert something to Dvitiya, Lat cannot get converted to the Tittasjis. Lat must get converted to Shatru and Shanach. So then you say Pacha plus Shatru, that becomes Pachat. Do a Dvitiya Ekvachanam, Pachantam, and obviously for Devadatta also you do Dvitiya Ekvachanam, Devadattam. And that's how the two words get combined. tam will be now removed because you don't have two sentences, so you don't need a link between the two sentences. So Devadattaha pachati mata tam pashati. Tam is a link between the two sentences which has been removed by combining the sentences. Pachantam Devadattam mata pashati. Similarly, Devadattaha pachati tena sah mata tishtati. Devadatta will go in tritiya. Devadattena. Pachati cannot go in tritiya, so we have to take a step back. Pacha plus lata. Lata ityasya shatru adeshaha. Why shatru adeshaha? Aprathama samanadhikaranam. This is a tritiya samanadhikaranam. So aprathama samanadhikaranam take into tritiya. Pachat iti pratipadikam. Tasya rupani pachan pachanto pachanta pachantam pachanto pachataha pachata. So then you have pachata devadattena sah mata tishtati. And so on, you can create all other forms. Devadattaha pachati tasmai mata sthalikam dadati. So pachate devadattaya mata sthalikam dadati. Pachataha devadattat mata chamasam svikaroti. Pachataha devadattasya mahan utsaha. Pachati devadatte mata snihati. He pachan devadatta sambodhanam. He pachan devadatta kim tava haste. Devadattaha pachati. He devadatta kim tava haste. He pachan devadatta kim tava haste. Ityetani sarvani rupani bhavanti. Now there is a question. Pathantam iti namapadam. So we'll take pachantam iti namapadam. Tasya kartru karmayoho anvayaha katham bhavishyati. So pachantam or pathantam is itself a karma for the corresponding verb pashyati. Tatra punaha pacha iti dhatuhu भिन्न रूपेण स्वीक्रियते चेत् तस्य कर्ता भवितुम् अर्हति. तस्य कर्म भवितुम् अर्हति. यथा इदानीं मया उच्यते ओदनं पचन्तं देवदत्तम्. इदानीम् ओदनं पचन्तं देवदत्तं माता पश्यति इति वदामश्चेत् पश्यति इति धातोः अन्वयः ओदनेन सह नास्ति. माता ओदनं न पश्यति, माता देवदत्तं पश्यति. तत्र पचन्तं देवदत्तम् इति कर्मपदं, माता इति कर्तृपदं, पश्यति इति क्रियापदम् इति प्रथमः स्तरः. तत्र अग्रे सूक्ष्मरूपेण पश्यामश्चेत् पचन्तम् इति धातुः, तत्र पुनरेकवारं पच इति क्रिया, तस्याः कर्तृपदं देवदत्तं. तत्र मूलवाक्ये पश्यामश्चेत् पच इति धातुः क्रिया, तत्र कर्तृपदं देवदत्त, तदनन्तरं तस्य कर्मपदम् ओदनम्. अतः ओदनं पचन्तं देवदत्तम् इत्यत्र ओदनम् इति पच क्रियायाः कर्म. We don't say ओदन is a पचन्तं इत्यस्य कर्म. पच धातोः तत्र कर्मपदम् ओदनं, पच धातोः कर्तृपदं देवदत्तं, सर्वम् अत्र द्वितीयायाम् आगच्छति. Pachantam devadattam comes in the dvitiya because pashyati, it is a karma for that. Therefore, karmani dvitiya ityanena tatra dvitiya bhavati. Odanam pachantam devadattam. Odana comes into dvitiya because it is the karma pada of the pacha dhatu that will come into dvitiya because naloka vyarnishna khalartra trunam. Somebody is asking, the shatru pratyanta words are used as visheshanas to the karma padas. That is correct. So all these are visheshanas. When you say visheshana, visheshana is basically a simple way of saying samanadhikaranyam. So whenever there is a same vibhakti, typically the way to express it is called visheshana. So devadatta tasya tena samanadhikaranyam asti pachantam. So that is visheshana. Devadattaya is a chaturthi. Tasya samanadhikaranyam asti pachate ityanena sah tasyapi chaturthi. So it is correct to say these are visheshanas. So pachate is a visheshana of devadatta. A more technically correct way is to say, why does it become visheshana? Because it has to establish a samanadhikaranyam. Why does it establish a samanadhikaranyam? Because we are using a shatru pratyaya, because we would like to use a shatru pratyaya in a non-prathama vibhakti. Devadatta is going into chaturthi, therefore the corresponding pacha will also go into chaturthi. There are a bunch of questions over here. Give me 1 minute, let me go through them. So somebody is saying we should be able to extend this to other vibhaktis. So odanam pachataha devadattena. Yes. So in a statements like odanam pachata devadattena. So odanam pachata devadattena sah mata tishtati. That is same as adding a karma pada over here. So if you add a karma pada over here, odanam pachata devadattena, you can add other vibhaktis. Gruhe utsahena odanam pachata devadattena sah mata tishtati. So you can keep on extending this chain as much as possible. Not everything will resonate with tishtati or pashyati or dadati or svikaroti. There could be words that will resonate even with the pacha dhatu. So pacha dhatu, see, it's a dhatus at the end of the day. It will have its own karta, it will have its own karma, it will have its own karana. So chamasena pachata devadattena. So chamasa immediately becomes the karana of the pacha dhatu. He's cooking with the spoon. Chamasena utsahena pachata devadattena. Chamasena gruhe pachata devadattena. So you can add all other karakas on the pacha dhatu without even worrying about the tishtati or pashyati or dadati or any other kriyas. So out of that, only the karma pada, there it was forced to go to shashti, which we have brought it back to dvitiya by nalokavya nishtha khalarthar trunam. All other words will be their own vibhaktis. So gruhe, it will remain in adhikaranam and therefore saptami. Or similarly, chamasena, it will be in karana, so it will be tritiya. The only difference was the karma pada. In general, कर्तृ कर्मणोः कृति इत्यनेन तस्य षष्ठी विभक्ति भवति, परन्तु नलोकाव्ये इत्यनेन तस्य निषेधं कृत्वा तत्र द्वितीया प्रयुज्यते. I think I have taken most of them. There is one question: are there visheshanas not following samanadhikaranyam? 99.99% of the cases, the visheshanas will always follow samanadhikaranyam. There are very few corner cases here and there where there are Nyatalinga's word that sometimes get used as Visheshanas, in which case you don't have luxury of having them. But still, even if it's a Linga, it will follow Samanadhikaranyam. So I think they will always have Samanadhikaranyam. I think I misunderstood your question about the Linga. Linga can be different at some or the other rare cases, but Samanadhikaranyam will always be there. Otherwise, we don't call it Visheshanam at all. Or at least if there are exceptions, there'll be very remote exceptions that I cannot think of at this stage. Mostly you can assume, to be very safe, it will always resonate with the Visheshya. Anyway, let's move ahead. A lot of material is still yet to be covered. Shatru Pratyanta Rupasya Sulabha Nirmana Paddhati. Everybody, I believe, knows this. Lat Lakarasya Prathama Parusha Bahuvachanasya Rupam Svikriyate. Tatra ti uta anti. It can either end in pi or it can either end in anti. So pi or ti tasya sthane ta iti samsthapyate chet Shatru Pratyanta Pratipadikam siddhyati. So this is a simple technique of creating Shatru Pratyanta forms. You take Prathama Bahuvachanam, Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So Pathanti ityasya sthane pathat. Vidanti ityasya sthane vidat. Bruvanti ityasya sthane bruvat. So take the Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. Don't take Prathama Purusha Ekvachanam or Dvivachanam. That will cause a problem. So asa, for example, asti, staha, santi. So you take santi, kick off that anti, and just add a ta over there. That will give you the Shatru Pratyanta Pratipadikam. This works for 100% of the cases because pratyas are identical. So G becomes anti, and instead of anti, Shatru is atta. So the pratyas also look similar. It's either anti or ati and atta. So prakriya is also similar. So this works for 100% of the cases. You have to remember to do it only with Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam and not with Prathama Purusha Ekvachanam or Dvivachanam. Agre gacchamaha. Now, when it comes to these Shatru Pratyanta words, somewhere in the Subanta Prakriya or somewhere in the even in the Stri Pratyaya process, you get a Numagama. So, for example, somebody is saying that you can also remove the on the previous slide, you can also remove the last E and then you get, or last E, and you will get the Prathama Ekvachanam form. So the point over here is that sometimes there will be a Numagama somewhere. So for example, Pacha will become Pachan. Prathama Ekvachanam asti Pachan, Pullinge. Strilinge Prathama Ekvachanam asti Pachanti. So there is Numagama present over there. But if you, for example, say Dadat, then the Prathama Ekvachanam will be Dadat. There is no Numagama. So then there are complex rules regarding when a Numagama happens and when a Numagama does not happen when it comes to the Subanta Prakriya or when it comes to the application of the Nipa Pratyaya. So on this slide, I have demonstrated certain rules. Stritve vivakshite Nipa Pratyaya krute kutra kutra Numagamaha bhavati. Now this has nothing to do with Krudanta Prakaranam. This is the part of Stri Pratyaya Prakaranam. This is a part of Subanta Prakaranam, but I have kept this slide in case people want to study that on their own, because there is a homework question on this. You should be well equipped to read and study this slide on your own and come prepared with the or write the homework answers. So this is about Stri Pratyaya Pare Numagamaha. More interestingly, Subanta Prakriyayam Kutra Kutra Numagamaha Bhavati Asmin Vishaye. Soumya ji has written a very beautiful article. We have this article on our website ashtadhyayi.com. So if you go to let's go here. If you go to website, if you go to Vyakarana Lekhaha, this particular point, you will see there is a 24th entry over there, Shatru Pratyayanam Numagama Sangrahaha by Dr. Soumya Krishnapur. In this particular article, Soumya ji shows Kutra Kutra Numagamaha Bhavati Pullinge Subanta Prakriyayam. So this is again Subanta Prakriyayam Numagamaha. So Shatru Pratyayanta Shabdaha Krudantatvat Pratipadika Samnyakaha Kutra Kutra Tatra Numagamaha Bhavati. So in some cases there is a Numagama in the Pullingas in the Subanta Prakriya. Nothing to do with Krudanta. Krudanta Prakriya ends when you say Pachat or when you say Pathat. There is no discussion of Numagama in the Krudanta Prakriya at all. This Neet Pratyaya, it will cause a Numagama beyond Krudanta into the Stri Pratyaya Prakaranam. Here Pullingas or Napumsakalingas getting Numagama beyond the Krudanta Prakriya into the Subanta Prakaranam. So Strilinge Kutra Numagamaha Bhavati, Napumsakalinge Kutra Numagamaha Bhavati. Everything has been shown with proper examples, with sutras cross-linked to the website, and then there is a Lingatraye Numagamasya Sangrahaha. So again, there is a homework question on this particular document. It is your responsibility to read this document on your own and understand it. I don't want to spend time of the Krudanta course to teach aspects that are not directly related to the Krudanta Prakaranam. So atra Shatru Pratyaya Vishaya Dvayameva Tatra Smartavyam. Nipa Pratyaya Pare, while creating a Stri Pratyayanta Pratipadikam, some places there is a Numagama. So that is one. Subanta Prakriyayam Pullinga Rupa Nirmana Samaye Kutrachit Numagamaha Bhavati. And Napumsakalinga Rupa Nirmana Samaye Kutrachit Numagamaha Bhavati. So three separate rules. One rule cannot be superimposed on another. There are completely different disjoint conditions. So, Napumsakalinga Prakriyayam Numagamaha Kutra Bhavati. Pullinga Prakriyayam Numagamaha Kutra Bhavati. Stri Pratyaya Yojana Samaye Numagamaha Kutra Bhavati. So all these different aspects have been elaborated in this particular document, and for the Stri Pratyaya part, they have also been listed on this particular slide. So please study these on your own. There will be homework question today that you can attempt. Agre gacchamaha Shanach Pratyasya Vishaye. We will probably need 5 more minutes, but that's it. Shanach Pratyaya. Now we should be able to go fast, because same thing that we talked for Shatru, we will be talking for Shanach. Tatra Shanach Pratyasya Vishe Atmane Padam Asti Ityeva Tatra Visheshaha. So Vartamana Kalasya Nirdeshartham Lat Lakarasya Adesha Rupena Aprathama Samanadhikarane Prathama Samanadhikarane Chapi Karatrarthe Karmarthe Bhavarthe Shanach Pratyaya Vidiyate. So Shanach Pratyaya, because it is Atmane Pada Samnyaka, it can be used in Kartari, Karmani and Bhave. Why? Because Bhava Karmanoho iti sutrena Bhave Prayoge Karmani Prayoge cha Sarvebhyaha Dhatubhyaha Nityam Atmane Padaseva Pratyayaha Bhavanti. When it comes to Bhava or Karmani, you always get Atmane Pada Pratyaya. You can never get Parasmai Pada Pratyaya. Even if the dhatu is a Parasmai Sanyak Padi dhatu like Patha, Likha and so on, you still get Atmane Pada Pratyayas, and therefore Shanach Pratyaya, which is Atmane Pada Samnyaka Pratyaya, can be used in Karmarthe, Bhavarthe or Kartrathe. So Devadattaha Pachamanaha Asti, this is Kartrathe. Devadattena Odanaha Pachamanaha Asti, this is Karmarthe. So you have Pacha plus you have Shanacha and you have the Karmani Yak Gada Vikaranam. So because it's a Shit Pratyaya, Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya Gada Vikaranam will come. So you have Pacha plus Yak plus Shanach Pachamana. And then Bhave Devadattena Pachamanam Asti. So Atra Shanach Pratyayanta Shabdasya Anvayaha Karmana Saha. Atra Shanach Pratyayantasya Anvayaha Kartrupadena Saha. Shanach Pratyay Shakara Chakara it Samnyakau. Shakaraha Sarvadhatuka Vidhanarthaha. Chakaraha Swara Vidhanarthaha. Shanach Pratyayanta Shabdanam Smritve Vivakshate. Ajadya Tashtapiti Tap Pratyaya Bhavati. Simple. Rama, Lata, Vana, Etadrusham Rupani Bhavanti. Pachamanaha, Pachamana, Pachamanam. Asmin Vishay Kachit Shastra Charcha Asti Shastana Varge Pashramaha. For now, it's okay to remember that you get a Tap Pratyay over here. Ajadya Tashtapiti Tap Bhavati. तत्र शानच् प्रत्यय विधानं पूर्व यथा शत्रु प्रत्ययस्य विषये उक्तमस्ति तथैव अत्रापि लफ् परस्मैपदम् इत्यनेन लकार प्रत्ययानां स्थाने जायमानाः आदेशाः परस्मैपदसंज्ञकाः तद् बाधित्वा तङानामात्मनेपदम् इत्यनेन लकार प्रत्ययानां स्थाने जायमानाः तङ् आन इति आदेशाः आत्मनेपदसंज्ञकाः. Therefore shanach is an atmanepada and therefore there is a set of dhatus like vanda or labha for which the atmanepada pratyas can be used in kartari also. In addition, for all dhatus atmanepada pratyaya can be used in karmani and bhave. So when it comes to karmani prayoga and bhave prayoga, you have no choice but to use the atmanepada pratyas. When it comes to kartari prayoga, if the dhatu is defined in those sutras anudattangita atmanepadam bhava karmanoh kartari karma vyatihare and so on, you can use atmanepada pratyas in the kartari sense. Otherwise you have to resort back to the parasmaipada pratyas in the kartari sense. So atra udaharanani santi. Vanda iti atmanepadi dhatu asti ityukte tatra anudattangita atmanepad nityanenaiva tasya parigananam kriyate atah kartari shanaj bhavitum arhati. Ramaha gurum mandamanaha asti. Again, this is a hypothetical sentence. I mean, this sentence does not convey any better meaning than Ramaha gurum mandate. As I mentioned, the real power of Shatru and Shanach will come from Dvitiya onwards. But let's take this with a pinch of salt. Ramaha gurum vandamanaha asti. Ramena guruhu vandyamanaha asti. So in Karmani Shanach, the Shanach pratyaya will resonate with the karma. So karma is guru vandyamanaha. Ramena guruhu vandyamanaha asti. Ramena guruhu vandyate. Tasya sthane Ramena guruhu vandyamanaha asti. Some people find this Karmani Shanach concept very difficult to understand. It is not. Simply make the karmani construct. So instead of saying Ramaha gurum vandate, you change it to karmani form. Ramena guruhu vandyate. Look at the word that you want to replace. Say karma pada guru and say guruhu vandyamanaha. And then for harnessing the real power of Shanach, you can make further vibhaktis of this. Say vandyamanena guruna. So the guru which has been bored by the student, that guru pathaha pathitaha. So vandyamanena guruna pathaha pathitaha. So that vandyamana is the one who is being bored in front of. That's the karmani shanach. So ramena guruhu vandyamanaha asti. Bhave shanach ramena vandyamanam karmavadam nasti chet ramena vandyamanam. Tatra parasmaipadi dhatu asti ramaha grantham pathati. Tatra kartari shanachitana bhavitum arhati. Kartari tu shatru pratyaya bhavet. Ramaha grantham pathan asti. Parantu karmani prayogam svikurmashte tatra shanach pratyaya avasyam bhavati. Ramena granthaha pathyamanaha asti. Ramena Pathyamanam asti, and so on. So here are exactly the same examples converted into. That's the reason I took the Pacha dhatu, because Pacha is Ubhaypadi, so you could have Shanach as well as Shatru. So the first column is Kartari Shanach and second is Karmani Shanach. So Devadattaha Pachamanaha asti, Pachamanam Devadattam Mata Pashyati, Pachamanena Devadattena Sah Mata Tishtati, Pachamanaya Devadattaya Mata Sthalikam Dadati. Pachamanat devadattaat mata chamasam smikaroti. Pachamanasya devadattasya mahan utsaha. Pachamane devadatte mata sniyati. He pachamana devadatta kim tava haste. So exactly same as the previous one. In the Karmani Shanach, we have to first use the yaka, so it will be Pachamana, and it cannot represent Devadatta, it has to represent the karma, say Odana. So then the sentences, look how the sentences look like. Devadattena odanaha Pachamanaha asti. Now this Devadattena will come everywhere, but I have not written it in order to avoid the complexity, but I can speak it. Devadattena Pachamanam odanam mata pashyati. So what are the two sentences? Devadattena odanaha pachyate. Tam odanam mata pashyati. Combined together, Devadattena Pachamanam odanam mata pashyati. So here there is a Dvitiya Samanadhikaranam of the Shatru Pratyaya. Pachamanena odanena sah mata tishtati. So Devadattena Pachamanena odanena sah mata tishtati. Devadattena Pachamanaya odanaya mata sthalikam dadati. So she gives the sthalika for the odana, to keep that odana or whatever. Pachamanat odanat dirghaha dhvanihi shruyate. Pachamanasya odanasya mahan gandhaha. Pachamane odane jalam vidyate. He Pachamana odana, you're addressing the rice itself. He Pachamana odana kastava varanaha. What is your color? And so on. So here in the second, if you are not comfortable with this, it is extremely important that you work these out, because Shatru and Shanaj are extremely important, very basic pratyas, and these things need to be worked out with a pen and paper. Same discussion of kartru and karma padasya vibhakti. So tatra kartari shanach asti chet kartru padasya tu prathama eva bhavati. Similarly, karmani shanach asti chet karma padasya api prathama bhavati. So anytime the shanach pratyay is kartari, we have a pratipadika that we have to take and kartru becomes prathama. If the shanach pratyay is karmani, we have pratipadika on the karma, so karma will become prathama. This, if you have not studied, this is the part of karaka prakaranam, not krudanta prakaranam. When it comes to the other karakas, so kartari shanach asti chet karma padam, तथा च कर्मणि शानच अस्ति चेत् कर्तृपदम्. सो कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति इत्यनेन तत्र षष्ठी विभक्ति प्राप्यते, तस्य न लोकाव्येति निषेधः भवति, which means that the original vibhakti will be resorted to. So कर्मपदस्य original vibhakti द्वितीया, कर्तृपदस्य original vibhakti तृतीया. So कर्मणि शानच प्रत्यय अस्ति चेत् कर्तृपदस्य तृतीया. That's why we say देवदत्तेन पच्यमानस्य ओदनस्य महान् गन्धः. That Devadattena goes in the Tritiya. It is the Karta. Look at on the previous slide. It is the Karta of Pachamana. So Devadattena Pachamanasya Odanasya. That's the Karta. Pachadhatuhu Karta asti Devadattaha. Devadattena Pachamanasya. That ideally should be Shashti by Kartrukarmanoho Kruti. But we have Nalokavyaya, so that Shashti is blocked. So we get back Tritiya by Kartrukarmanayos Tritiya. So you say Devadattena Pachamanasya Odanasya. Similarly, over here, Odanam Pachamanasya Devadattasya. Odanam, it's not in Shashti, it's in Dvitiya because Karma Padam will come in Dvitiya. The Shashti has been blocked by Nalokavyaya. So that's about the Kartru Karmano Vibhakti. The only last point, and we will stop, and this is the most important point, another important aspect of the Prakriya. Shanach Pratyasya Vishaye Putrachit Mugagamaha bhavati. So sometimes you say mana. So pacha becomes pachamana. Vanda becomes vandamana. But in some other cases, so for example, shi dhatu, shayana, bru dhatu, bruvana. So you don't get ma over there. So kutra kutra ma iti bhavati. Tarhi ane mukha iti tatra sutram. शानच प्रत्ययस्य प्रक्रियां पश्यामश्चेत् अस्य सूत्रस्य व्याख्यानमपि पश्यामः. इदानीं केवलं सूत्रस्य सामान्यम् अर्थं पठामः. आने मुक इति तत्र सूत्रम् अङ्गाधिकारे अस्ति. अयं मुगागमः कुत्र भवति? यत्र यत्र अकारः आगच्छति, शानच प्रत्ययात् पूर्वं यत्र यत्र ह्रस्व अकारः आगच्छति तत्र तत्र मुगागमः भवति. So adantस्य अंगस्य. Now before shanach pratyaya there will always be gana vikaranam. So which gana vikaranams end in akara? You have shapa, you have shana, you have sh, and you have yaka. Other gana vikaranas don't end in akara. Shna, shnu, or even if shabluk, if it happens, then the second gana dhatus are they are not akaranta. They will be akaranta, ikaranta, ukaranta, and so on. So एते सर्वे गण विकर्ण प्रत्ययाः अदन्तस्य अङ्गस्य निर्माणं कुर्वन्ति. एतैः निर्मितस्य अङ्गस्य शानच् प्रत्यये परे मुक् आगमः भवति. Muk is not an agama on the pratyaya, it is an agama on the anga. Ane mukha kit agamah asti adyantau takitau iti antyavayava rupena agacchati. Kasya antyavayavah angasya antyavayavah. So pacha plus shapa plus shanacha, there is an a over there. So a will be followed by a mukagama. Pacha plus a plus mukha plus ana. Combine everything. Pachamana. U is charnartha goes away. Ka is it samyaka goes away. Pachamana. Diva plus shan plus shanach. So shan is gana vikaranam of fourth gana. Divyamana. Tuda plus plus shanach. Tudamana. Similarly, chura. Priyaka asti. Bhinnani udaharanani atra darshitani santi. Priyamana. Pri plus yaka. Karmani shanach asti. Atha yaka prayujyate. Karmani shanach. Yaka plus karmani shanach. Priyamana. Anyata kutrapi mugagamah na bhavati. So if you have a panchamaganasya dhatu, then you say sunvana. You don't see mugagama. If you have the verb of the third gana, so it is da and then shapaha shluhu bhavati, dvitvam bhavati, da da. It's not akaranta, it's akaranta. So you don't get a mugagama. Anytime there is an adanta anga, you get a mugagama. Otherwise, you don't get a mugagama. So atra, just like Shatru Pratyayas, we have a Sulabha Nirmana Paddhati for Shanach Pratyayas. Remember in Shatru Pratyayas, Prathama Purushasya Bahuvachanam Asit, atra Prathama Purushasya Dvivachanam. So let Lakarasya Prathama Purushasya Dvivachanasya Rupam. So these are only tricks. Like prakriyas are very similar. So somebody looked at those prakriyas and then they said that prakriya for prathama purusha dvivachana is extremely identical to the prakriya of shanach. It's so identical that if you get rid of ate and ite and put ana, and if you get rid of ete and put mana, you will get the required form. So it's just a memorization technique. We will see the prakriya separately anyway. This is just a memorization technique. So ete iti asti chet mana. If you see ete at the end, you put a mana. So labhete becomes labhamana. Tudete becomes tudamana. Suyete becomes suyamana. Chorayete becomes chorayamana. Ete has to be removed and mana and a has to be inserted. If you get rid of a, you have to put back a. So a mana. Other places, if there is ate or ite, then there is ana. So shayate. So ate iti asti chet ana. So shaya plus ana. Dadate dadana. Janite ite asti. Janate janite janate. So janana. Bibhrana. Krinana. Bhunjana. So if there is ate or ite, you put ana. If there is ete, you put mana. This is a technique, trick to create the shanach pratyanta forms. Kartari shanach, not the karmani shanach, the kartari shanach. And similarly, there is a technique for karmani shanach. Karmani shanach ityasya vishaye prathama purusha ekvachanasya rupam. So this is very simple. For shatru, you take prathama purusha bahuvachanam. For shanach, you take prathama purusha dvivachanam. And for karmani shanach, you take prathama purusha ekvachanam. They are perfectly in the sequence. So labhyate labhyamana, shruyate shruyamana, typing mistake, kriyate kriyamana, giyate giyamana. So te iti nishkasya tasya sthane man iti sthapayamashit tatra rupam siddhyati. So prathama purusha bahuvachanam, prathama purusha dvivachanam, and prathama purusha ekvachanam. It's very easy to remember. And sequence also, kartari shatru, kartari shanach, karmani shanach. This is a technique, very simple technique for creating all these forms which can be used in the further sentences. That's it, samapayamaha. So as I mentioned, today there was a running summary of shatru and shanach pratyayas, a lot of myth bustings like prathama samanadhikaranam versus non-prathama samanadhikaranams, few things to unlearn and then understand the real ashaya of Sutrakara and Bhashyakara. We will take that thread, understand what Kashika says in this context, what Kaumudi says in this context, what Bhashya says in this context. So as I mentioned, none of them are going to say that Pachamanaha asti or Pachan asti is wrong. They will say these prayogas are found and can be said correct. So they don't want to take responsibility of saying these prayogas are wrong, but they don't really wholeheartedly say these prayogas are correct. You'll get that kind of feeling when you look at the commentaries tomorrow. So that's it. And then we did a quick discussion of Shatru Pratyaya, Shanach Pratyayas. Most of the stuff would be known to you all. That is the reason why today's homework is actually slightly different. So earlier I wanted to give a bunch of sentences asking you to combine them to form Shatru and using Shatru and Shanach Pratyayas. But I think most of you who are attending this course should actually have already done, must have done it earlier in your basic courses. अतः अत्र अद्यतन अभ्यासः किञ्चित् क्लिष्टः पर्पस्फुली. सो प्रत्येकं विषयं स्वीकृत्य लघु टिप्पणीं लिखत. राइट अ स्मॉल नोट. टिप्पणी इज अ करेक्ट वर्ड, नॉट टिप्पणी. टिप्पणी सामान्य रूपेण हिंदी भाषायां प्रयुज्यते. सो टिप्पणीं लिखत. शत्रु प्रत्ययान्त प्रातिपदिकस्य सुबन्त प्रक्रियायां नुमागमः. So article written by Soumyaji, you have to read it, understand it, and then write it in your own language. Simple, half a page. You don't have to copy that entire article. Half a page maximum is what I'm looking for. Shatru pratyayanta pratikasya stritve vivakshite numagamaha. I already have a slide on that. Shatru shanach pratyayoho prayoga vishaye sutrakarasya matam bhashyakarasya matam. So the conflict between prathama samanadhikaranam versus non-prathama samanadhikaranam. Shanach pratyasya bhinnaha prayogaha. कर्तरि शानच, कर्मणि शानच, भावे शानच. So शानच प्रत्ययस्य भिन्नाः प्रयोगाः तेषाम् उपस्थितौ कर्मपदस्य कर्तृपदस्य च विभक्तिः. So how does Shishti come, how it gets blocked, what happens then, some examples and so on. शत्रु शानच प्रत्ययोः लकारादेशत्वेन विधानस्य प्रयोजनम्. So why Shatru and Shanach are given as Adeshas to Lakaras? So the answer is because we would like to have Parasmaipada and Atmanepada samnyas on them, so that we can associate only these pratyas only with certain dhatus. Therefore, we need to leverage the power of laf Parasmaipadam Tanganam Atmanepadam, and therefore these are Adeshas of Lakaras. So this is one simple 5 small half page for each essay. Next, कस्यचन एकस्य धातोः शत्रु प्रत्ययान्तं प्रातिपदिकं स्वीकृत्य तस्य सर्वासु विभक्तिषु विद्यमानानि एकवचनस्य रूपाणि प्रयुज्य एकं श्लोकं रचयत. So you take any one word, say pachat, make all the forms of ekavachanam. So pachan, pachantam, pachata, pachate, pachataha, pachataha, pachati, and he pachan. So for all these forms, you take all these 8 forms, one per vibhakti, ekavachan only, not dvivachan bahuvachanam, and create a nice rhythmic shlokam with some meaning, which will have, like, for example, many of you have know this shloka, Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. So Rama word, all the vibhakti ekavachanas have been used. Exactly in the same way, I would like you to create your own shloka with one verb, same verb, all different forms, not different verbs. You can choose whichever verb you want, same verb with all different forms, prathama to sambodhanam. Create a shloka. If you have created something and you send it to me, I should be able to move the words around so that it fits into chandas or whatever. But give a try. If you give a try, you will see, or you will realize the beauty, or you will realize the fun in putting the efforts in creating Sanskrit shlokas. It's not at all difficult. It looks like very difficult, but it's not at all difficult. Take a pen, paper, dedicated half an hour, and you should be able to come up with something. Even if you come up with something that resonates like a shloka, send it to me, and I'll kind of repair it and send back to you. So that's it for today. Shwastana varge kim kurmah? Shwastana varge idanim adyatana varge kevalam खगावलोकनम शत्रु तथा शानच प्रत्ययोः सामान्यम अध्ययनं कृतमस्ति. श्वस्तन वर्गे सूत्राणाम आधारेण अध्ययनं कुर्मः. So if you look at Shatru and Shanach, the only sutra that we have studied is Let Shatru Shanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane. That also we have not really studied sutram. We have only studied the top level meaning. If you look at this, you have Let Shatru Shanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane Sambodhane cha Lakshana Hetvoh Kriyayaha Tau Sata. So all this is Shatru and Shanach. Then we'll skip 2 sutras, and then Indharyo Shatrakachini Dvisho Mitre Suyo Yajna Sanyoge Arhav Pujayam. Again, all this is explicitly Shatru Pratyaya. So there is a bunch of sutras, 8 sutras that talk about Shatru and Shanach in totality in this particular sheet. So we will take a look at all these Shatru and Shanach related sutras in tomorrow's class. Starting next week, we will jump on the Prakriya of Shatru and Shanach. Shwastana varge etesham sarvesham adhyanam kurmah. That's it for now. Samapayamaha. Ashtadhe Jaganmata yasya chitta samuthita vedanam upakaraya tasmai paninaye namaha. Shabda brahma samaradhya kritavanyo vilakshanam sarvascharimitam shastram tasmai paninaye namaha. Yena dhauta giraf pumsam vimalai shabdavaribhi tamashadnyanajam bhinnam tasmai paninaye namaha. Dhanyavad.